Guys, what what do you do when you're hungry? What do you do when you're not happy with a situation that keeps repeating itself, or something that someone did to you that is making you very very hungry? What do you do? How do you react? What should be like the best response to that kind of situation? Is there like a one answer fits all kind of thing for it, right? Is there a way one needs to act all the time you're hungry? Because really, it's just, it might look like I'm just rambling, right? But it has just been something that's just been on my mind for a while, and I really can't get a good answer to it. But yeah, I don't know. I just want to share my own thoughts on what I think one should do, what I would do, or what I do when I'm angry. So I of course I don't have the best solution to it, right? So when I'm angry, first of all, I'm not the very expressive type of person. Expressive in the sense that you might not see me throwing chairs around or shouting at you, or no, you might not even see the expression on my face, right? Funny enough, it's after I leave that situation, right, that caused the all anger, right? Once I leave that situation, then I start to think about it. Then it kind of it's like a regurgitating process, that what cows do when they eat grass. Then they sit down, then they kind of bring it out again and just chew it. So more or less like a processing stage for me. So I kind of just think through the whole situation, that what exactly happened, right? Why did this happen? Why did that happen? What exactly was the cause for the anger, right? Then after I do that, right, what the next thing I do is I literally maybe just stand up from where I am. Maybe I'm just lying down on the bed, or I'm sitting down. I stand up and I start walking in the house. I walk from the kitchen to the sitting room, from sitting room back to the kitchen. It's literally like a straight line, right? I just walk up and down, and I kind of picture the person in my presence, the person that got me angry, right? And I just start saying things. If you enter my house at that point in time, you think I'm a crazy person, honestly. You didn't think I'm a crazy person, because that I think that's just one way for me to be able to process it. So I imagine the person right in my presence, and I say all I need to say to the person. And sometimes I blame myself. Why did you take an action at that point in time? Uh, I know I can't. I don't want to take an action at that point in time. So, I think it's just like the best for me. That's what I do. As I said, it's not the best. It's not the best solution. People have different methods of coping with anger, but that's what I do. I process it and imagine the person in my presence. It might look like a coward way of solving it, but yeah, it gets me out of for that trouble. Yeah, I think because I don't want to see myself getting angry in public. It's not usually a nice thing to see or to experience. I don't have anger issues, but I don't know what I would do if I express my anger in public. So as much as possible, I just try and avoid the situation. So when it happens, I just kind of zone off in that situation. When the whole situation that caused the anger happened, I just zone off. Then when I'm quiet, or when I'm in my personal space, then I kind of just process, and what happened? Why did this happen? I kind of now talk to myself. Then why did you allow this person to get you angry, right? Then, as I said, I stand up. Then I start the whole drama thing, just myself in the room, in the house, right? Yeah, it's just I don't know if that's the best way. If you guys have any other way of coping with anger, please, I would love to know. You can just send it. Let me know in the comments down below. Guys, sorry, this is the 8th episode of the Tag Diary of this Ambitious Guy. uh it's dual tag now is more than a month. It's more than a month, and whoa, that's some good news for me, and I'm happy. And thank you for guys, people that have been listening to dual tag. Surprisingly, people from outside Nigeria has been listening to it, which is okay. It's like, okay, I thought my audience were Nigerians, but no, as the podcast will have it, right? I have people that are outside Nigeria listening to this podcast. Thank you guys. Love you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in to every of my episodes. So quick updates. Basically, I have YumRush is going for an event this weekend, as Saturday, Sunday. For those that are following YumRush on Instagram, you would know that there's this Jom of Trade Fair that's coming up on Saturday and Sunday. That's 9th and 10th of December. And YumRush is going to be live at the event. We're going to be selling donuts at the trade fair. I'm happy about it, but truth be told, I'm not really sure I want to do it. I was just discussing with a friend of mine yesterday about this whole thing. That, do you really think we should go for this trade fair? Right, and the reason behind that question is the last time we did an event, it didn't go as planned. It was not nice, right? We went to the event and sold donuts, but we haven't gotten the money for the donuts that we sold. I know it's crazy, but yeah, that's what happened. See, now probably if the person decides to send it tomorrow, who knows? But as I'm speaking, we haven't received the money yet, and it really puts a lot of money investment, time investment, energy investment into the last event, and it was not profitable, right? And now this is another event coming up, and we're like, okay. Do you think we want to do that? But no, yeah, we kind of just thought it through and looked at the pros and cons. One of the major reasons why I'm even going for this event, and the fact that I want people to know a bit more about YumRush, also get a bit more customer base. One of the other reasons I'm doing this is JoMaf is offering like a grant for MSMEs, small businesses basically. So they're offering like a 100k grant for each of those businesses. I really don't know what's the criteria for picking the business that wins that, but no, I just want to give it a shot and see if, who knows, YumRush might win it, right? So that's also one of the reasons why I'm pushing this trade fair. And I hope it goes fine. I really wanted to go fine this time around. So yeah. Also, as it's going on, by coming next year, most likely by next year, YumRush might be pivoting. We might be kind of adjusting our business model. So business model in the sense of we are looking at doing approaching our business in a different way. What we do at the moment is just, you want our donuts, you reach out to us and we get the donuts across to you, right? Or we go for events and sell the donuts there. We are looking at something a bit different. It's not kind of cemented out yet. A bit of research has started going on. A bit of research has started on it, right? You'll be so surprised with how very sentimental people get to the things that they make. Yeah, people can be very, very sentimental to it. They attach emotional things to it. Even if somebody is willing to make the process a bit simpler for them, people get so sentimental about it, and it's going to be like a very difficult thing to kind of remove sentiments from what you do. I don't know what I'm saying right now, but it's just a discussion I had with somebody today, and that was one thing I just sensed, that this person has a very strong emotional attachment to, which is a good thing, right? It's good to have an emotional attachment to what you're doing, but if somebody's trying to make life a bit easier for you, then you should have a way to kind of go on and off, maybe switch off the emotional attachment, sometimes switch it back on and off. You have a way of turning it on and off. I don't know if that makes sense, but something like that, right? Yeah, people can be very, very emotionally attached to the things they do, which is a good thing, as I said earlier. Yeah, so this podcast might not be for so long. It might not go for long. It might not be the longest. What am I saying? Guys, I'm tired. Honestly, this is 10:29. It's 10:29 p.m. on a Wednesday. I am so tired. I'm so tired. This podcast should have actually dropped. Should have dropped like yesterday. But I wasn't able to do that because I just had a lot of things that were on my plate and I needed to sort them out. Yeah. And one other good news for Dotag as a whole, we'll be having our first guest episode during Boxing Day. So I'm looking at Boxing Day itself or the day after Boxing Day, so that's like 26th, 27th. We're going to be having our first guest podcast, and I'm trying to see if it's going to be a video podcast. Maybe not. Still trying to figure that out. We still have like a couple of weeks before that period, so I'll let you guys know how that works out. Yeah, so that's it for Diary of These Ambitions, guys. It looks like a lot is going on this week, and also by next week I'll give you guys an update on how the Gym of Trade Fair went, if it went as planned or didn't, but I'm hoping it goes as planned. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, for listening to this podcast. It does not look very smooth, but I'm just gonna say it as it is, right? That's the goal of this podcast. No editing, just push it as it comes to my mind. So thank you guys for listening. Really appreciate it. Have a wonderful day, have a wonderful night rest, or whatever time you're listening to this. And also, please, you can rate Dotag. It was a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever channel you're using to listen to this episode of Dotag. So, guys, love you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.